Underdog Daily with the Badge Bros, Jon and Nez here. And man, I'm looking forward to this week. We got a fun, dare I say, a slop it up style slate right now in the hoop streets here. 10K up top for that one. We'll do the unabated walkthrough in a moment's time here. We'll talk through what took place on the weekend there with the NFL stuff. I got a really sweet gauntlet team going right now. Props to me. We got some fun stuff coming your way this week. We'll do one of there's two dog bowl slates this week, tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. There we go. So tomorrow and Thursday are dog bowl slates. We will do one of them for the members only. We will do one for everyone there. And then we will have off and on the clock for the conference championship weekend there. Tons of contests up in the lobbies for that. They did not hold back knowing that it was just a 2-gamer there. They went full bore on that one. So we'll break it all down, do some more Pick Ems on Friday because Nez, I don't know how many you got to put together to call it a streak, but I mean, we got one. We got a good one.
I think they say more than one usually to call it a streak. I don't know. I'm not the arbiter of vocabulary, but we got one. That one felt so good, man. That was what we've been missing, really. I think it's okay to admit, that NFL season kind of got the best of us a little bit this year, but that pick'em just immediately knew that was money in the bank.
Yeah, it felt good from the jump, dude. It felt good from the jump. Picking those touchdowns, you slam the hammer on JMO, you're like, boom. What? You know what's going to happen with JMO? Teddy Bridgewater's going to come in. They're going to run some end around shit, and JMO's going to find the house. You called it.
Oh God, it should have been greater. It should have been even greater. He got missed on a deep ball too. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that JMO's out of the playoffs, man. That was. He impregnated the end zone as well. Dude,
that was hilarious, Sully. Straight callback to Jamal Williams there with that move, eh?
He took it to the next level. He went straight to the mattress on it.
Oh, good shit, man. You have yourself a good weekend there, bro. There was tons of slates going down there. We'll walk through some of the winners here, but you have yourself a decent one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was really cold around here, so kind of stayed huddled up. Yep. Went in on some of the hoop slates and almost made money again.
Almost.
So we're almost back.
Tonight's the night, baby. Tonight's the night. We'll see. Tonight might be the night. Nez, let's take a peek at some people who actually did, in fact, make money over the weekend there. We got the results from, I'll start with NBA because we had another 2 seats in the dog bowl there. Your boy was directionally accurate. Pour one out for Andy, who got cucked on an assist at the end there. Crazy swing there. I was sweating the end of that game a little bit, went back. But General Blue out here, player was not familiar with, but reached out via the YouTube chat. So big shout out to General Blue. Look forward to meeting you down in Slam Diego there. This was a while ago, but it's pretty ironic to have a Vooch slate and your boy not have much Vooch that night.
Classic.
I finally took my medicine on never playing Vooch, and a little too early, huh? A little too early, man. And then Bam, I'm gonna go Bam Nutru on this one. What do you think? Like Bam, and then like an abbreviated like Nutru, NTRU. What do you think on that one?
I think Bam and True.
Bam and True. Okay.
Or cool. Bam True. Not like damn true, but Bam True.
Oh, yeah. Bam True. Yeah. Okay, got it. There you go. That's a way.
It's true. It's Bam True. How's that? I don't even watch wrestling like that, and I got that for you.
Oh, that's good, dude. Yeah, I had no idea on that one. Oh man, yeah. And then I didn't play yesterday's main slate. Do you have a shout out for anyone on yesterday's main slate?
No. I'm just being salty because yesterday was Daniel Gafford day. Mm-hmm. Daniel Gafford was Prime Shaq could only dream of doing what Daniel Gafford did yesterday. So
77 fantasy points in the 6th round.
Yeah, I think he missed like two field goal attempts.
Holy
7
shit.
stocks was just like otherworldly yesterday, and was a swap for a lot of people. A lot of people were taking Lively and like, oh yeah, I'll get a cute little Gafford swap if Lively doesn't play, and then he just fucking hammered the slate, just destroyed it. I had 4 Gafford shares. I went so heavy on the entire slate. I thought the entire slate was awesome. I felt like I felt extremely well, and I had 4 Gafford shares out of like over 180 lineups. But I managed to break even despite that. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So you were directionally accurate on everything else. Wow. The hot Scissors had 6 of the top 10. Mark
He had 24% Gafford.
Holy shit. Mad respect there.
Yeah.
Very well played.
He's been on fire this month.
Yeah. Where was that last week when I rostered?
Yeah, 20 points the last time you get Gafford without Lively, and then he's actually, by the way,
That's awesome. Yeah, there you go. Shout out Lively and Dad Gafford. There you go. The hot Scissors dropping by. Oh man, mad respect to you. Well done there. I played a little bit of the late slate there. I was getting my passport renewed now that we had the day off yesterday. It's so annoying. You have to go during business hours. Chad G, haven't seen him around in a minute there, but got to give him a shout there. Joe is always around. Big shouts to Joe there. And then same with Chris, John Boy Beats, Sam Olson up here. This was a who's kind of leaderboard yesterday at the end of the dad there. So shout out to them. And then I'll jump to the NFL stuff there, Nez. I got 44 drafts in there. Didn't quite complete my DeBombs. I was playing in a hockey tournament over the weekend there, so I tried to get as much as I possibly could in there. But man, your boy's body is breaking down. I played 5 games in 3 days there, and I'm too old for that shit.
Better the body than the bankroll.
Yes, well said.
I did not see. Did I see triple digit green on the NFL slate? I did. Okay, not bad. But fully did my donating on DeBomb like I always do. That's just what we do. I mean, no Kelsey, no cash was really the story of the divisional rounds. And I forgot that Travis Kelsey tries during the playoffs. So I won't make that mistake again as he goes for single digit fantasy points this week.
We talked about it a little bit on Friday's show there, where it's like, does the tight end have enough at that upper echelon to be a big enough separator and a slate breaker? And when none of the other quarterbacks at the front end and the draft board separate, and you basically have to flip the builds of the onesies, the answer is yes, right? So most of these lineups, you'll see a falling Jaden Daniels where somebody else prioritized a different stack and someone ended up with 4th or 5th round Jaden Daniels. And then, most of these teams are going to look the same there. But our guy Awin took down DeBomb there, man. Honest to God, like I don't like to, I don't want to say it yet. Should I say it?
I don't even know what you're about to say.
Well, just tell me if I should say it or not.
Go ahead.
Is he the best player on the site?
He's the best NFL player.
I mean, him and Sam are getting that gap is shrinking day by day. When I see anyone in the puck streets and the baseball streets, then I'll start to say.
I don't even want to do we want to tell anyone to get into the baseball streets?
Stay away.
No, I don't want that. Man. But yeah, he needs to venture out.
2 things going down in the chat. Shout out to our guy Awin, who's giving back to the community, gifting out 10 Badge Bros memberships. Much love. Appreciate you so much, bro. Love that. Andrew was a recipient of it there.
Let's go.
He's going to get into the puck streets after NFL season. Look out there. Imagine us getting cooked by a college student. So good. Oh, so good, man. Already told Sam to look over his shoulder for that one. Actually, Jeb just purchased 5 baseball jerseys. He's getting geared up for the
baseball
season.
Jerseys are great swag. They're one of the best jerseys to wear. Much more fashionable than a football jersey.
Couldn't agree more. By far, like the number one jersey swag you can get away with in day-to-day life is a baseball jersey.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got buttons. Like it's it's clean. It's got trim.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Never more than 2 buttons down, though. If you're a wide open guy, you're letting it blow all over the place. You're going one.
There's got to be sand within like 100 yards of you.
Right, yeah. And you got to be tarp soppy. Like you can't be doing it with you can't be doing it with a t-shirt underneath. T-shirt underneath, full unbutton, worst look going. Worst look going.
Yeah, it does sort of squander it. You know, there's a clear tear break there, and that's it.
You know what another awful look going is? Even if you're the super jacked guy, is going sleeves off at a basketball game with a basketball jersey. Like middle of December, you're wearing your jacket, you take your jacket off, and you're wearing a basketball jersey as if you belong on the court. You got to go sleeves under on a hoops jersey, no?
Yeah, no, you can't go sleeveless at the basketball game unless you're in like Miami. Then like half the people there are probably sleeves off. But
yeah, Rudman's going sleeves off in Miami for sure. He's going to a Heat game sleeves off for sure.
He wouldn't be caught dead with sleeves on.
Hey, he would have had to wear sleeves last night at the inauguration, man. I mean, if you weren't bullish on UD before, we got UD representatives watching the presidential inauguration. I mean, woo, holy shit, that's big league. All right, Nez. Some other ones to click around here. We got a shout out on Twitter from Chris here in the Hail Mary, who bested our guy Pete in the Hail Mary here, the Hail Chip, aka there with a Saquon plus Jaden Daniels. Your boy J-Mo's in this one. De'Ami Brown and Ertz were the guys you kind of needed as back-end stack partners with Jaden there. So nice lineup. Shout out to him. And then I'll kind of skip on over to the Badge Bros Brawl here. Rizzle, the Rizzler. Rizzle 3 there, taking down Badge Bros Brawl with 3 Detroit pieces and then naked Jaden Daniels. Wild shit, eh?
Yeah, he was definitely in a lobby with like a show listener that was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna head to the Badge Bros Brawl and I'm not gonna take Gibbs or Saquon. I'm gonna flip the board. And then they gave this fucking guy Gibbs and Saquon.
Great stuff. Great
100% is what happened there.
I love it. And then the main BR, dude. Only got 20 in here. Chad Candles. I saw Davis gave him a shout out, buddy of his. Yeah, from the interwebs.
Drugged the dude's own announcement. I don't even think the guy knew he won the BR yet. And he's like, let me tell you, Chad Candles, member of the Short Kings, took down so BR. Like, he totally rugged him on doing his own announcement.
That's good shit. Oh, I love it, man.
We should be doing that with A1 when A1 wins. Just like, congrats, man, to the Badge Bro sub. AWE 419, man. Just what a king.
Before people do sub to Badge Bros, we're just going to tweet out every single winner from here on out, just saying sub to Badge Bros. Doesn't matter who it is.
They're ours. We claim them.
Oh my God. So good, dude. So good.
De'Ami Brown in the winner, man. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Box score watchers are just like the biggest chads ever, you know? Like,
honestly, man, I was shocked by like how you didn't really need the nuts this week. I thought giving it was a 4-game slate. Like I thought it would be like the craziest GM nuts you've ever seen in your whole career here. I mean, you had to have the high scoring onesies positions and Saquon, but like, man, you could have had better picks at wide receiver here, but the way ADP lined up, right?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. It is kind of shocking.
Yeah. I did not do the Wildcat. Check out Buster's score in the Wildcat. Did Buster Boys win the Wildcat?
Yes.
Mad respect, dude. Buster Boys is another one who's man. He is having a nice year across basketball and football. Should be right up on that kind of like a guy that we've known his name for a long time, but I didn't give enough credence and enough respect on our most recent iteration of the list. You know, like he was a directionally accurate guy like 2 years ago, and he's really showing out this year.
He had 2 mega followers, but Terry and Rashad Bateman on his team with everybody else that you see on your screen.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Crazy.
Very, very nice. Yeah. All right, cool. Awen saying he would have won if Josh Allen did something.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, wow. What a
feel
shame,
bad for him,
buddy.
Dude.
Oh, man. If only you could catch a break out here.
If you scroll, it's so funny, dude. You just scroll just a little bit more too on that.
Sure.
Oh no, you can't see. Never mind. I thought I was looking at the Wildcat. He duped himself for 6 in the Wildcat. So
A-Win or Buster Boys?
A1.
Oh, wow. This guy, man. This guy. Buster Boys with a top 20 over here as well, too. Wow, with a 0. With that Hollywood Brown 0. And he has effectively the nuts with all those positions. Really low scoring week for wide receiver just in general. You flip that Hollywood Brown to De'Ami Brown and he wins.
Yep.
Wow. Woo. 1v1, dude. Holy. All right, that seems to be enough of the past there, Nez. Unless there's anything else you want to hit on.
No. Let's keep this thing moving.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about some hoops, man. I ripped off Davis's bit today to say that Khalil Ware is the most important person in the world today. Very polarizing ADP, very polarizing in terms of projection and stuff like that. But a very interesting thing to talk through just because if he draws into that starting lineup where they're starting the two bigs alongside each other, especially now with this hero Q tag, this could age very, very well because he's had some very nice basketball games back to back. And Winky put out via his ETR review and stuff like that some very bullish coach speak about Spoelstra wanting to use the two of them together, and that him and Bam have lobbied to him to play together and that sort of deal. So he finally starts over Highsmith the other night, and now the models won't reflect it. They won't give it credence yet. Most places he's projected for, that 20 to 22 minute range there. But if you want to go IKB ball knower on this, he could be the skeleton key to the back end of draft boards there. Thoughts on the hero Q tag and that kind of overarching Miami situation, which for the record, I will say is probably the hardest rotation night after night to project.
The
Miami
Heat being well, with Hero, it's hard not to just think the worst of that Q tag.
Right.
Where I would probably draw the line on where I'd draft Hero is probably Jordan Poole, maybe right after Jordan Poole for me. I mean, you just got to imagine the worst with these late day Q tags. They are the first game, so it should be, we should find out really, really soon, hopefully before, maybe 40 minutes before the slate locks and before drafts can no longer be entered. Excuse me. That would be ideal. But yeah, I'm definitely playing Hero out now, which stinks because I was taking Hero at ADP. I mean, I just thought he was clear pick 8 today or whatever the hell he is, pick 9. So that stinks.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. Sorry, I got to clarify myself. Egerson, he hasn't started. My apologies. I meant started the second half. And it was a unique situation because they were dealing with Wemby. I will say that. So maybe some of the size and the ability to switch off Wemby with two big bodies out there mattered in a big way. It started the second half of last game and basically nullified Highsmith for the entirety of the second half there. Okay. Nez, what is your stance on just Ware in general at the back end here?
I have been taking him pretty much right behind Kuzma today.
So you're going to have a shit ton.
I have 30%, I think.
Okay.
Which tell you a lot, right? An ADP 31 guy being taken at pick 27, a lot of people were reaching for Ware. And then ETR came out and everyone was like, can't do it. No critical thinking, why would ETR project Khalil Ware for what we want them to? Why would they do that? I think most people can ascertain that, but if you are not sure, why ETR would not be bullish on Khalil Ware today, need to understand how models work.
Right.
They can't just fudge in historical data for Khalil Ware and historical minutes and give us the number that we all want to see and get the confirmation bias that we all want to see. Like we are wish casting that Ware plays big minutes or plays more minutes than he has. I mean, they're not going to tell you that in a projection. That's not what projections are for.
Right. Yeah. Well said, Ness. Okay. I think the other big ones here will be the Anthony Davis Q tag. We can talk through it when we talk to the Lakers segment. But he's missed 2 in a row here, and they're 13.5, or sorry, he missed 1, then came back. And then they're 13.5 point favorites at home this evening against the Wizards. They are not nationally televised. It is the Denver game, in which is nationally televised this evening there. So, just thoughts on AD. Do you think he goes this evening? Are you drafting him at 2? What's your thought process there?
Yeah, I've been taking him at 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I see the game time call. I think that is definitely scaring some people. I mean, it's Anthony Davis against the Wizards. If he plays, you want him. So, I'm taking him too. If I get picked too.
One thing I will say about Anthony Davis is despite how do I phrase this? Let's pretend Cat had a Q tag today. Cat's direct swap pieces on a 5-game slate are already being drafted. The OGs of the world, the Bridges of the world. Sure, you could probably get to Precious and hope that he runs hot on some minutes or something like that. Played 17 yesterday kind of deal, right? The thing about AD is I don't think you're drawing stone dead if you get Jackson Hayes for a clean swap. You're probably not live to win the thing, but if you get what we got from him last time, which was 33 minutes out, I mean, I don't think you're drawing dead to cash some of those teams. So I don't think it's as scary a proposition as some of these front end Q tags normally would be on a 5-game slate. Do you agree with that statement?
I am way more pessimistic.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't even swap to Jackson Hayes if AD was out.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yep. Okay, cool. Let's walk through this game by game. Let's go to the beautiful Unabated platform here. I'm going to give it a quick refresh before I pop us over there to see. I know there was something funky going on that kept the Bulls game in there. It's still in there for whatever reason.
Yeah, that was happening on other sites too. I was confused, thinking that the Bulls had a back-to-back-to-back. And everyone was like, okay, Nez got into the medicine cabinet again. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, I'm seeing Bulls against Clippers today. So I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
Speaking of back-to-backs, Nez, the Knicks are on a back-to-back, but they have now filed, and they got probable tags on Cat and probable tag on Josh Hart, which had a hilarious sequence because he quote tweeted the Underdog thing there. It was very, very funny for Josh Hart coming for the jugular, going what? I'm on the injury report kind of deal.
So they're making it up,
right.
Check the injury report, dude.
So Knicks are the only back end back-to-back, and the only front end back-to-back are the Nets. And the Nets have kind of done their dirty work already here by ruling out Ben Simmons and upgrading D'Angelo Russell from a Q tag to a P tag there. So that's kind of just the first kind of I don't know, whatever sequence of injury stuff to get off my chest there. But noteworthy on the Knicks side are the 2 probable tags. And then on the Nets side, obviously still no Cam Thomas there, no Watford, no Whitehead, no Zaire Williams, who's already been ruled out as well, Ben Simmons, and then the aforementioned Q tag turned to P tag on D'Angelo Russell, which was a left hamstring injury management tag. I kind of thought it'd be one place tonight, one place the other night. And I think we should be boosting Russell a little bit because I think he draws into the starting lineup now without Simmons out there. And we saw a little bit of a minutes increase on Friday night in that revenge game versus the Lakers there when they had soft minute caps on both him and Cam Johnson before that. Okay, I spoke too much. Tell me some shit about this ball game.
I thought it would be a much larger spread. It
Okay.
was 11.5 for most of the day. Now it's up to 12.5. So starting to see a little bit more toward the Knicks here. Maybe they were waiting for that Q tag on Cat like you were. Maybe the Ben Simmons out designation helped with it. I'm not sure, but I really thought that this would be like, honestly, dude, like 16, like 16 and a half here. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
Knicks home game.
Yeah.
Like this is not away. They're at
That's
home,
true.
dude. They
Yeah.
gotta take the train one extra stop. So yeah, this should be an absolute slaughter tonight.
Okay.
But
All
as
right.
far as like drafts go, you know, Cat, I think you can take at 3. I've been taking LeBron at 3.
Okay.
But Cat at 3 is fine right now. Like I said, I have him 4. Brunson at 1-2 turn is good. I don't know that I could take him ahead of Maxi, but considering the Sixers are 13-point dogs, I don't think it's crazy, but I'm
Mhm.
not doing that. And you could take him over Paolo, but it's like you're going to take Paolo at pick 7 anyways, probably. So it doesn't
Right.
really matter. But yeah, Brunson feels very fine at ADP. Great projection. A gigantic line in the sand for me between Brunson and Scotty. Like that, there's just like it's so hard to take anybody other than Maxi, Bankero, or Brunson at that 1-2 turn.
Okay.
So chalk, pretty well covered there for
I
the good.
No, yeah. Just while we're talking about this range, I was saving this cheeky take as well, but I see Hot Sauce put it in the chat here. Anybody who was watching the national championship last night saw LeBron in the booth there with the short glass. Yeah, they don't put water in the short glasses there, Nez. Big ass home favorites against a 6-win team. Maybe a little cheeky late Q tag on LeBron here. So I was a little surprised that you had LeBron as kind of like a hedge above the other stuff when you were playing AD as in. Yeah,
Come
this is
on, man.
non-zero. This is
Come on,
non-zero
man.
chance.
Braun is a veteran vino drinker. You think he can't handle a little bit of vino on national championship night? Come on, guys. And also, this is LeBron's like last year. LeBron is not missing games unless he's like hurt. Like
Okay.
this is his final hurrah, man.
Okay.
He's playing.
All right. I
Um,
respect it.
and for the other Knicks, Josh Hart sticks out right now too because Tyler Hero is not clickable at pick 9 or pick 8 right now.
Mhm.
Then you have like Murray and Paul George around that area in ADP. So yeah, it's an interesting Josh Hart pick because he does not project as well as these other guys around him as far as like pick'ems go. But it's Josh Hart, man, and Josh Hart is just like the cleanest 40 ever. But if I could know that Paul George is going to play, I'm taking Paul George probably right behind Scotty. But right now it's like between like Hart and Paul George, going a little bit back and forth there. And what you could do with Paul George too is, if you are taking him, I think you take him at 2, or what I'm saying is 2-3 turn. Take him 2, get the priority swap, and then take whoever you want in the 3rd round there. Whenever you have Paul George, you see Jeb Bush in the chat saying full fading podcast P.
Mhm.
I don't blame you. The spread is 12.5. It was 13.5. Now it's 12.5. But to me, that's. I mean, I know that they're at home, but that is like. Sorry, I'm jumping around here a little bit, but it
Very
goes
much so.
well, it goes hand in hand with the Josh Hart pick.
Yeah.
It goes hand in hand with the Josh Hart pick. Like it's Josh Hart versus Paul George. If Paul George is in, you do not take Josh Hart over Paul George. So it's just like all these things are related here.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you, and I know why your line of thinking goes that way. I was staring at that spread. I was staring at that situation. I was staring at them going into altitude. I think the one saving grace is the fact that it's nationally TV. Like, national TV to me sounds kind of like PG would want to find his way in there. But the spread does indicate that it looks like he's sitting, because I would not have the spread that large. But That being said, there's other Q tags in that game that could indicate that spread, because like who the hell are you going to play on Joker if you end up with no Yabu and no Drummond, right?
Yeah, that would be horrible.
Right. Yeah. So that
Yeah.
could be playing into the spread as well there. Let's talk about Nets side there, or auxiliary Knicks in the last round. Thoughts on OG's ADP and thoughts on Mikal Bridges' ADP, because both of them go every single time. OG looked a little frothy for me. I mean, he played 41
I'm never
minutes.
drafting OG, dude.
Agreed. Yeah, he played 41 minutes yesterday. He took 4 fucking shots.
OG and a no bag. No need to take him, man. I do like Mikal Bridges in the remember me spot though.
Okay.
With a little bit more of an offensive ceiling, playing massive minutes against Brooklyn. I do have a little bit more excitement about that spot.
He'd be the biggest benefactor if they decided to give Cat on the back-to-back a little bit of rest here. So he would see the biggest projection uptick. So I do think it's not a bad idea to be mixing him in the late 5th, early 6th there anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't disagree. And then on the net side of things for me, as far as the late round goes, I have it D'Angelo Russell, Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton. Don't really love Claxton today, but he should, he does represent a fine 6th round pick. Cam Johnson let me down in a major way against the Thunder, but I mean, that was Brooklyn against the Thunder. What do you expect? But Russell is anchored. That ADP is anchored based on the fact that he had that Q tag to start. Now he's got the P tag. He is more like pick like 27. At least for me. Yeah. He's him around 27, 26.
Yeah, I had him ahead of Ware and right behind Kuzma. And I was flip-flopping them kind of interchangeably to get a little extra D-Lo in my life. You'd be impressed to know that I've done 50 so far, Nez. I'm a man of my I'm a changed man. I'm a man of my word here, saying that I wanted to get some early volume in these days. Totally in agreement with you here on these 3. Those are the only nets in which I'm touching this evening. I mean, maybe you could get cheeky in the last round with Clowney. I do think Daron Sharp does more on the basketball floor than Nick Claxton does in recent memory, like just the eye test, but you can't draft it as such. Yeah, you just got to keep taking Claxton at the back end there. All right, next one here, Nez, is going to be a slight pace-up spot for the Magic. We had an interesting downgrade Q tag with the illness, which is usually a death sentence for players. Cole Anthony started the day with no tag and then found himself to a Q tag there. Goga is already out there. There's a 213.5 total in this Magic going to Toronto spot. Cole Anthony Q tag. I got some takes on that one in a hot second here. Gary Harris has been downgraded from a Q tag to a doubtful tag. Jonathan Isaac has the illness tag as well. That's a Q tag there. Jet Howard with a Q tag, who sat last game or 2 games ago, I believe. And then obviously no Suggs and no Wagner's still there. I've been mixing in a little Anthony Black in the last round. On the Raptors side, no Oji Akbaji there. Chris Boucher has the Q tag. And then they got some G Leaguers listed available, and IQ is out right now. Here's my spicy Cole Anthony take. All right. Okay. We know that they are extremely forthcoming. The Magic are. The Magic, the Pacers. We talk about this all the time. Certain teams are extremely forward, like almost overexposing, oversharing. They're the guy who talks too much, kind of like me, right? So when I see a Q tag downgrade on the Magic, I think it's a little less of a death sentence than other teams. I still don't think it's good. I'm still trying to get overweight some Anthony Black on the back end, especially now that we got a doubtful tag on Gary Harris, and we don't necessarily have to worry about that. I think he'd kind of be a 1-for-1 into the starting lineup there, unless they do something funky with Caleb Houston, yada, yada. We'll talk through that. But I just put it on people's radar that they are very open about these sort of things. And I think the sniffles would get on the Magic report faster than like a real illness would get on the Sixers report, for instance.
I mean, I like the take. I respect the take. I think that we are probably going to find out sooner than most teams
Yes,
if
that
Cole
too.
Anthony is in or out. Um, I'm not so sure. Like I don't know if it's worth. Like my first thought, like everybody else, was like, gotta get ahead of Anthony on Anthony Black.
Right.
But like, I don't know that you do. Right?
Okay.
If we get Cole Anthony out, like where does Anthony Black go? Like
Pick 28, 29, something like that. Like him and Khalil Ware become kind of like a talking point. He still goes behind D'Lo, something like that.
yeah, so I guess like you really don't need to like rush to the podium for Anthony Black in these drafts. But if you are sitting there like pick 35, 36, and you don't really like what you see, and Anthony Black is there, and you don't have Cole Anthony, take some Anthony Black. I'm not 100% sure how often Anthony Black gets drafted, but I have seen him go a decent amount. So I wouldn't necessarily bank on getting the black swaps
Okay.
just because you have Cole Anthony. Like people are getting out ahead of it.
Yes, absolutely. I noticed that in a big way. Buster Boys was taking him at like 28 over and over again in some of the drafts I was in this morning, getting out ahead of that one. I mean, there's a non-zero chance that like we just see a little bit of an increased role in terms of like handling and shooting from KCP. The only person on planet Earth that wants to see that though is KCP. So I'm not trying to play him. He's a very Mike Connolly-esque in terms of like even when he sees boosted minutes and stuff, it's just kind of like, I guess in the six, maybe one time, right? Like it's just like
Yeah,
it's not
no.
a guy you're excited about clicking. Whereas like Anthony Black, you can chase a little bit of ceiling there. At least anecdotally you can. Yeah, anyone else on the Magic side? What do you think about you said Paulo at the 6-7 there for you is kind of like locked in stone. Any worry that there's still that soft 28 minutes cap? I mean, he hasn't surpassed 27 yet, I believe.
Yeah, it's definitely like
Oh,
not.
sorry, 29 last two times. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying not to think about it just
Okay.
because like Ben Caro has a crazy ceiling and it's the Raptors, so it's just a spot that I want to get to. But
Yeah, especially if you get increased handling without Cole Anthony out there, you get a little point Paulo.
yeah, I'll take that.
What do you think that starting lineup looks like if we get no Cole Anthony today?
Oh man.
Like, like, well, I think it'd be Wendell Carter Jr. for sure, Paulo for sure, KCP for sure. Do you think it then goes Anthony Black,
De Silva.
Silva?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's a non-zero chance they could do something with Caleb Houston too, but they probably want to just keep rolling with De Silva there.
That's what they've been doing. So
Yeah.
that's what I would venture to guess.
Yeah, the
Or
Caleb
we
Houston.
get Trevelin Queen.
Right. Yeah, they did the Trevelin Queen stuff early in the season, and then they did the Caleb Houston stuff a little bit later, but it was the nights when KCP was out, not when um, Cole Anthony, or not like when they were missing a guard. Let's say it that way.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm kind of in lockstep with you there. I think Anthony Black is the biggest benefactor, but as you alluded to already, yeah, non guarantee that the back end of draft boards there that he'll be going anyways. So yeah, good shouts. All right, let's move to the Raptors side of the ball. There, we can never get these Raptors right, but as you said, Nez, home Raptors, and they are only 1-point dogs here at home, 213.5, courtesy of Unabated. There, what are you doing with Scotty Bolway? What are you doing with RJ? Because I think the RJ conversation is pretty tough when you're dealing with Hart, Jamal P tag, and the aforementioned Paul Q tag or Paul George Q tag there.
Yeah, I am. Pirtle's like the toughest one for me. Like I like Scotty at ADP and I like RJ at ADB.
Okay.
Even maybe even a little bit higher. I definitely like him more than Hero right now. Like that's for damn sure. And I have taken him over Jamal Murray a few times as well. So for me, it's really just those two and Pirtle. And Pirtle's one that I'm like basically even with the field on, I believe. So like, do I I don't know who's going to have the awesome game, but like as far as like their prices go, I think that they are pretty correctly priced right now.
Okay.
So
who do you prefer between Wendell Carter Jr. and Pirtle? Because they go side by side.
I want to say Pirtle.
Okay.
But like I get like the I get the infatuation with Wendell Carter Jr. today though.
Yeah. Remember last year? Highest 3-point percentage shooter for the first like 25 games of the season. Kind of like this year with the Tayshaun Prince. When you ask the quiz question, who leads in field goal percentage from 3? Right. That was last.
Not Wendell Carter Jr. this year. I'll tell you that much.
No, it sure as fuck ain't. Dude, Mo Bamba was putting up threes last night. Like that. Sidebar. I was just thinking about big men getting threes up. I was watching some of that game because I was infatuated with seeing what Mo Bamba looked like out there, and he just started the first half and started the second half, and that was it from him. But he was jacking up threes, dude.
That's what he does. He gets his shots off.
Yeah. Taron Prince. Yeah. Tarian Prince. How do you say his name? Torian? Torian. There you go. Former Laker. Pirtle or Jimmy? That's going to be a big question at that corner. We'll get to this Jimmy game in half a second there, but in that same vein, that's a really tough ranking between those three right now.
Yeah, I think right now I like Jimmy given the hero Q tag.
Good shouts. Okay, cool. Anything else on the Raptors that you like last round? Any consideration for Grady Dick? I don't know. Like if we end up with, we already know we have no Agbaji. We've seen the Chris Boucher ceiling a little bit when Agbaji has been out. I don't know. Can you spin yourself a narrative to get there, or can you spin yourself a narrative that this rotation is going to be more condensed than usual so we can get to someone on the back end?
It's been too difficult for me with the Raptors. I could not tell you. Like Grady Dick is generally who has been like my fourth or fifth Raptor. But even today, like no, I'm just limiting myself to Barnes, RJ, and Pirtle.
Yep, sounds good, man. I think that's probably the right decision there. All right, let's talk through Portland and Miami here. 9.5-point favorites for the Heat at home. There's a 219 total in this one. All the Portland guys are kind of clumped together in the fourth round there. And then you got Anthony Simons with a Q tag in the back. And then now we've got this hero midday ad. Actually, I got to pull the latest injury report for that one just to confirm what that ad was. Let me see here. The ad for Hero was right groin tightness. So not an illness tag, a right groin tightness tag there. We got Kev Love also listed as probable in that one. Everything else looks pretty good. And then on the Blazers side, already no Klingon there. Chris Murray has a Q tag there. Anthony Simons has a Q tag, and Time Lord has a Q tag, which will really impact the rotational minutes of Ayton there, because we saw, all these games in a row where Ayton's going 22, 24, 22, and then all of a sudden, boom, 33 minutes the other night, and you see a ceiling game from Ayton when basically all the bigs are out there. So yeah, definitely going to have some talking points there. Expecting Denny Avdia, and his ADP reflects that. Though I will say, almost all good Denny Avdia games came with Jeremy Grant out, and Jeremy Grant is now back for 2 games here. I think the Scoot Henderson ADP might be the worst on the board, but if Simons doesn't go, all of a sudden it ages pretty well. So, thoughts on the Portland side here?
Yeah, they are definitely difficult right now because they're fully healthy. So it's a pain in the ass. We still are waiting on Robert Williams, but I think most of us think that he's going to play. The out tag last game was seen from a mile away. It was a back-to-back, and Robert Williams is handled with kid gloves right now. He just does not play back-to-backs ever, so he knew that was coming. And this Ayton ceiling game that you speak of was sub 40 points. We've seen
Right.
we've seen better.
Minute ceiling.
Minute ceiling. There you go. So it's tough. Like you said, Simons is really like is what all these guys are waiting on. Now the Scoot ADP, sure, it's not good. It really is dependent on whether or not Simons plays, and if he plays, the bottom falls out on Scoot. But like, I don't think it's hard to tell yourself that like Scoot is being told to be more aggressive with the ball and take shit to the rim, and and be like show some development, like for the love of God, like get out here and like and drive to the hole. And he's doing it, and he's been doing it pretty well. But what happens when all these guys are healthy? I think it's Shaedon Sharpe that is the odd man out. And I think Jeremy Grant is also, like I don't think he's expected to see big minutes anytime soon. So I don't hate the Scoot ADP personally. Is it bad objectively? Like kind of, but like I'm a believer in what we've seen from Scoot, even though the other game he was like shooting lights out, like Steph Curry shit, like that was like, that's not what I'm trying to see from Scoot. Like, I don't think
90% true, 90% true shooting.
Yeah, but like get him taking shit to the rack a little bit. Now we're talking. But if we get a Khalil Ware day, that could be bad for Scoot potentially. Having him and Bam, like no matter what, they've got some major rim protectors there. That could be bad for them. But like other Blazers though, Denny, I love Denny today. I think he's pretty protected from whether or not if Anthony plays or not. Like I think Denny's fine. Like I said, it's really Sharpe that I'm worried about. And I don't really love Ayton today because I think Robert Williams could play. And if Robert Williams does play, then that really eats into Ayton's minutes. And when Ayton does not have 30 plus minutes, he's been a pretty bad fantasy play.
Yeah.
So at ADP 24, man, I have like very little DeAndre Ayton.
Okay, interesting. All right, so you're playing the other side of the card there. No concern that Jeremy Grant eats into Denny Avdia at all?
I mean, he hasn't yet.
Okay. Yep. I think they just continue to start alongside one another, but there's also like this kind of like interesting dilemma where it's like, if everyone's healthy today, like how do you put Scoot back on the bench? I think he just goes back to the bench, but like if everyone's healthy today, who's the odd man out? I can't imagine it's Jeremy Grant, right?
Yeah, it would be probably because Kamara would be, unless Kamara is on the bench and Grant plays like.
Yeah, because Kamara always starts, right? Like that's just what they do. So like, yeah, I'm just kind of like thinking through because this is like, I think the cleanest way for this to break is Simon sits again, right? But yeah, fuck man, because their ADPs are like kind of frothy if everybody's in. And I'm not gonna lie, I took some Jeremy Grant in the last round a little bit here to see if we get a little uptick there because I think he's a better basketball player and I think they respect him more than some of the other options there just because he's been out and the 30 minutes was pretty encouraging. So I don't know. I think this one's really tough.
Oh, it's definitely tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fully healthy Blazers are a pain in the ass.
Yeah. And Tucker's jacked up about it. Okay, cool. Let's move to the other side of that game there with the Heat stuff. Obviously we got the Hero Q tag there. Are you just kind of playing it as if Hero's out now?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm definitely giving a bump to Jimmy and the doc to Hero. I think you have to.
Okay.
But
where are you comfortable taking Jimmy now? Will you take him ahead of Wendell Carter Jr.? Will you take him ahead of Jordan Poole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because even still, there was this like Jimmy has not been playing well, but it's just that like the fact that it is still Jimmy Butler and like I don't think the ceiling is gone anywhere. It's just less likely to hit, but it still can hit. So like, what do you do? And now it just makes it a little bit more likely, I think, with Hero questionable, but could be a trap. I'm taking Jimmy, man.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else on the back end here? I guess we kind of glossed over Bam. Like Bam just always goes like kind of at ADP and in and around there. I mean, if Ware starts alongside him like they started the second half last time out, now there's no guarantee that that takes place today. They might go straight back to the Highsmith stuff, or they might do, the Jovic stuff or whatever, Jovic stuff there, Jovic stuff, whatever. I always butcher his name.
Me too.
Yeah, is there anything there on the back end for Miami that you would like want to get to relative to this new starting lineup? Is kind of what I'm getting at. Is like, does that lower the ceiling of Bam? Does that lower the ceiling of Jimmy? And does that open up something at the back end you want to get to?
If Hero sits,
Yeah.
I don't think it lowers Bam's ceiling or Bam or Jimmy's ceiling.
I think it's like two separate questions. Sorry. Obviously, it doesn't lower their ceiling if Hero sits. I'm asking if the new lineup lowers Bam's ceiling, like if Ware starts alongside him, is the first question.
I don't know that they would start Ware with
Okay.
Bam. I think that's like, I don't think that they would do that. That would seem kind of crazy.
So then what would you expect starting lineup wise from them if we get no Hero?
You'd probably see
It's so
Bam.
hard.
Like I would think like Jaime or Rozier in there.
Yeah.
Probably Rozier.
Yeah. We've seen them use Rozier in the starting lineup seldomly, but yeah. So you would go Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, Bam, and then who's playing the 4?
I think probably Highsmith.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it would be Highsmith or Jovic. Like, I just don't like. It would be kind of crazy for them to play Ware and Bam at the same time. I'd welcome it, but it would be pretty crazy.
Right. Yeah. Maybe I'm just getting too excited about this coach speak. Okay. Cool. So is Jovic in your player pool then in the last round? Is Terry in your player pool in the last round?
Terry, like, I haven't taken either of these guys. No.
Okay. All right. And any Jaime Jaquez love? We love him when he starts. He's hard to get minutes when Jimmy's in, kind of deal.
Yeah. He's more of like a Jimmy replacement for me. Okay. Unless like he's starting over Hero, then I'm like, all right, well, okay, I guess so. Mm-hmm. But he's the only one that I would be comfortable with, really.
All right, sounds good to me. Here we go. Nuggets at altitude, 12.5 point favorites at home, 2:30, second game of the TNT doubleheader this evening. All sorts of Q tags on the Sixers side. Obviously, Embiid is listed out. We got an Andre Drummond Q tag. We got a Paul George Q tag, and we got a Yabu Q tag there. We've already got KJ Martin and Caleb Martin and Kyle Lowry ruled out. So yeah, man, this looks like one of those spots where it's like, man, we should just be jamming Maxey if PG is out here. But if PG is in, PG looks extremely palatable. He's going to project so much better than his ADP, probably 5 to 6 spots better than his ADP right now, especially now that we just got the Hero Q tag as well there. So how are you treating this one on the Sixers side?
Maxey at like pick 5. Paul George, I'm like waffling on. I'm doing some drafts where I think he's in and some drafts where maybe he's out. And then whenever I'm playing him out, then I am making an emphasis on getting Kelly Oubre. Otherwise, that's basically it, man. Sixers are not a good team. Not a good team right now.
What do you think? What do you think about like a late round Ricky Council or something like that, or late round Yabu Q tag, late round Andre Drummond Q tag?
Yeah, I mean, Ricky Council swap for me. Like, okay. I'm not gonna like click his name, but maybe I'll swap to him.
Okay.
The Drummond one, like I played so much Drummond against the Pacers, man. So like I'm feeling Drummond pretty fatigue. I'm feeling way out on Andre Drummond, man. I mean, 26 minutes of Andre Drummond against the Pacers, and this dude was a fucking fart. I mean, just nothing. I have no interest in playing him against Nikola Jokic. Like it would be so. It'd be so fantasy
It'd be so. Oh yeah.
for Drummond to like come out here and just like go nuts. You
It'd
know.
be so 2018 to just have a DeAndre Jordan versus Andre Drummond off tonight.
That's more be like 2012 even.
Yeah, 2012. Oh my god, I'm really dating ourselves here. Oh fuck, that's fun. Okay, cool. Let's go to that Nuggets side. I do think it's noteworthy that this is the probable tag on Jamal Murray and Peyton Watson. Both have probable tags there. Those are kind of the only noteworthy ones. Expecting them to keep running this Russell Westbrook starting lineup and Aaron Gordon off the bench here when Aaron Gordon isn't fully ramped up. I don't know, man. They're splits. They're like on-off splits between those two. The lineup looks so much better with Gordon in there, but I guess you just keep it rolling here with the Westbrook stuff until Gordon's completely back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joker at 101. Obviously, I think everybody has to just kind of do that today. And then Michael Porter Jr. goes in the last round. Nobody's taking Gordon. And then Russ has kind of been a casualty of some sexier clicks in that fourth round. And Jamal's kind of a casualty of some sexier clicks in the 2nd/3rd round. So, yeah, how are you treating this one? Is it a spot you kind of want to get over on?
For me right now, like Murray is a tough one because like he's a guy that I'm just like interchanging with a bunch of other guys right now, like RJ, Paul George, Murray, and Hart, and Reeves even. I'm like kind of interchanging around there, and like honestly, like Bam's on the outside looking in for me for the most part, but this will definitely be a Bam night because of that. But like those are like some guys that I'm kind of shuffling around right now. Russell Westbrook is at an ADP of 22.7. He's generally falling to like pick 25 or 26.
Yep.
I'll take him when he falls. Definitely not at ADP. And Michael Porter Jr., for me, I only take when I have Jokic teams in with my final pick. I like pairing him with Jokic. He's kind of like strongly correlated between the ceilings. Like Jokic ceiling generally good for Michael Porter Jr. ceilings.
Okay.
So I like to pair those guys together. And then the one thing I will say with Russ, we see his game logs when Jokic is in and they're bad. I feel like Russ could take it to the Sixers team, just how bad they are. Like it could be like, like go ahead, Russ, like go get him. And he just ball dominant performance from him, triple double Russ night, wink, wink.
Right.
So that I just can kind of see that happening.
Yeah, especially if you get like a cheeky little Jamal Q as the Paul George Q lingers, you get a little later in the day here. That probable just we're 13-point favorites at home. Maybe we'll just Jamal, rest that ankle. The thing's been bothering you for 9 years. Actually, I don't even think he's listed with the ankle today. It's calf or something. Yeah, it's a left calf. So, anyways, pure narrative driven. Did you see this one? Edgar's alluding to the podcast P, saying that he almost left Indy to team up with Drummond and Reggie Jackson in Detroit.
That's like the least crazy thing Paul George has said on this podcast.
I like it.
Did you hear him say podcasting is harder than playing in the NBA?
I mean, maybe for him. No, it's sure is not for me.
It's pretty tiring.
Some days it's kind of tiring. Oh shoot. Oh man. All right, dude. Let's push this last one of the night here. Washington Wizards and Los Angeles Lakers. We have a Q tag on Anthony Davis. We have a probable tag on LeBron James, who attended the national championship last night. And then we have the usual suspects, Wood, Vanderbilt, and Hood Schifino with the out tags there. And then on the other side with the Wizards, we got a Marvin Bagley out tag. And then the same Patrick Baldwin Jr. and Sadiq Bey out tags that we've had all season long. And then Malcolm Brogdon has the out tag there. So Wizards looking a little closer to full than in recent memory kind of deal there, which makes them a little less attractive to get to, but clearly a pace-up spot for the Lakers here and projecting as such. 12.5-point favorites at home with a 28.5 total there. We kind of talked through the front end of the draft board there, Nez, with the Lakers stuff, so maybe we don't have to go back to that, but maybe the big talking point will be like, what are we doing with Reeves, and can we get to any other Lakers?
Yeah, just Reeves, I think. And I really like Reeves today. So I've mixed him in a good bit, like around like that 1-2 turn range for me. Rui revenge game though. Who says no?
Okay. I'll ask you the Reeves question here. Like, are you taking him ahead of PG, Bam, and that sort of thing right now, or what do you feel on that side?
Most of the time. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if there's any player whose ADP could starkly rise today, it's his, right?
Like, I mean, Paul George getting ruled in.
Yeah, but Paul George getting ruled in could only go like 4 or 5 spots, right? If AD or Braun get ruled out, Reeves goes at 7, right?
No,
not quite.
I don't think so. He's not getting past. He's not getting past Brunson.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Here, I gotta get this fucking dog.
Yeah, dude. Reeves. Do you guys agree, man? Paul George is moving way more than Reeves. Like, almost certainly. I don't even
trying to get me to jam with them.
It's just an excuse.
All right.
All right.
Oh my God. This dog, dude, is ready to rip today. Man, we've been doing, he's been doing beach runs every day the last couple of days here because I've been out of the house so much with the hockey tournament or whatever that I would just, we got to make up for, instead of 1 or 2 walks or whatever, we got to just do like 45 minutes right now and get it all out and just sprint up and down the beach. And now he's just waiting for that like every day now. I set bad precedent.
What an athlete.
What an athlete.
Needs to get this sprints in.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Oh man. All right, let's talk about I guess that's all there is to say on the Lakers, right? Like, we're not really playing anyone else. You said you wouldn't swap to Jackson Hayes. I think I would. I think I would just buy 30 minutes against, because I don't know who else they would play at the 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't mean you got to play that guy in fantasy, though.
Yeah, but against the Wizards with like pace up, a pretty high total at home, and you're dealing with like the Sar plus Joval spot, like it's been a good fantasy spot. Like, it's not just the fact that Anthony Davis, like today, it's not just that Anthony Davis is Anthony Davis. It's also that like Anthony Davis is in a low-key smash spot, no?
Well, high key. Yeah.
High key. Yeah, exactly. So you put Jackson Hayes in that spot, he instantly becomes like a 6th rounder. Like, who would you rather play, Jackson Hayes or D'Lo?
D'Lo.
Okay. What if D'Lo comes off the bench?
I still probably play D'Lo.
Okay. What about Alex Sarr or Jackson Hayes?
I think I'd play Sarr.
Okay. All right. So you're probably swapping to Sarr then.
Yeah, Sarr or Rui if AD's out.
Okay. Sounds good, man.
Could play smaller. Yeah.
Are there going to be some baddies courtside? Ooh. Baddies courtside in LA? You got to bet there's some baddies for Jordan Poole to be showing out for in LA. Come on.
Of course.
Other side of this one, man, I think Washington's really interesting to talk about. Poole going in kind of like a tier where he never falls. Like, he's just kind of like stuck in between 14 and 16 over and over again. Rarely seeing him fall. And then you have Kuzma, kind of the same thing in the 5th round there. Some people putting D'Lo over him, some putting Ware over him at times, that sort of deal. And then you can kind of play whack-a-mole with the centers in the 6th round. And then I saw Bilal Coulibaly kind of just, he's the OG Anunoby of this team, where like his projection, his mean projection will always be higher than what his output tends to be, but a little bit of ceiling in our scoring format in the 6th round there as well from him. Anything else to talk about there? Yeah.
No. For me, it's just basically Poole and Kuzma.
Okay.
If AD plays, it's hard to like imagine Sar is going like I don't know how Sar can have that great of a game or Joval for that matter if
Right.
AD is in. Joval's been playing well, but he just
Mhm.
doesn't get more than 23 minutes. Sar for me needs better spots, so it's really just Poole and Kuzma for
Okay.
me tonight in my player pool, and I like Kuzma quite a bit. Kuzma seeing a lot more minutes. We're kind of back to what seems to be full strength right now. He's getting 32 minutes a game. So I'm pretty into Kuzma at that ADP.
Yeah, I was into Kuzma earlier this morning at that ADP like instantly. I was like, "Oh, wait a second. This feels like someone who's got a little bit more ceiling than the pieces going around him."
I agree.
Mhm. Um Clay with a joke I'm not going to subscribe to today, but pretty good line in the chat there for those admiring. All right, Nez, that's our 5 games there, dude. I'd ask you any other like kind of like back end scroll the F downs. I think we hit on, D'Lo. We hit on, Anthony Simons for the swappability. If he goes, you talked about pairing Porter Jr. with Joker. The Ware conversation, which we led the show with, I think is very important. Go back and check that one out if you missed it. Claxton just as like a mean projection guy, but we don't love the spot there. And then Anthony Black, if Cole Anthony cannot go. Any other names you want to just like throw out there and put on the docket for people?
I think you covered basically everybody that could be scrolled to today.
Okay.
It's
All
it's
right.
pretty shallow.
Okay. Yeah. Any love for I guess Philly's like Philadelphia centers and Jeremy Grant would kind of be the other ones I would throw in.
No, I don't think so, but good shouts though.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Let's hop in a draft here. Ooh, a little
Let's get
toe
it.
drag Tuesday. Don't mind if I do.
What do they got for
NBA
that one?
Tuesday tip off. 8 games, 1K to first today.
Nice.
Um, and while saying that Jamal Murray's been getting blowout run for absolutely no reason
Yeah, he's the
recently.
guy that needs to have his minutes watched. He should not be playing in blowout run.
Right. Yeah. Dude, this dog is on one today. Dude, go just chill. Go lie down. Hey, man.
Gotta lay the law down, man. Sometimes it hurts, but you gotta give him a little stark, a little stern tone every once in a while.
He went and laid down.
There you go.
He's Mr. Good Boy, man. He lives up to his name. He listens to me. We got some friends and family in here. Chris hanging out, Mike Zakarian hanging out, J Cam, who was jamming in the chat earlier, AJ hanging out, and Respooked, aka Riley Taylor, hanging out. So friends and family draft here, all badged up, Nez.
It should go fast then, hopefully. I don't know.
Yeah.
Chris will bleed the clock sometimes, man.
Yeah, I think he's a hand drafter, but he mass enters,
Yeah, somehow.
All right, here's the big question of the day. Anthony Davis right here with the Q tag. He will project as such, Nez, but have you been hedging at all?
No.
All right. Sounds good to me. Go ahead and put him in there. The Anthony Davis listing is a right calf soreness. So just throwing that out there. LeBron does have a designation with his probable tag. It is left foot injury management. So for whatever that's worth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you gotta play these guys, man. You gotta unless you know something other people don't. You need to, I think, just be, you gotta take your medicine. I don't think it's a good
Sounds good.
idea to be fading Anthony Davis.
Yep, sounds good to me. AD last played against the Clippers, right? That was against the Clippers. That was on Sunday or Saturday. Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday, I think. I'm pretty sure they got
Sunday.
waxed. Oh, Sunday. Yeah, they got waxed.
Yeah, 116 to 102 there.
It was much more of a blowout than that final score indicates too.
Okay. And then their previous game to that was at home versus Brooklyn, which was that one that he sat on the Friday night there. Okay, let's make this pick. We got the hero decision right here. We could do the heart thing over it, as you kind of alluded to, liking there. RJ, maybe over both. What do you like?
I think RJ.
All right, let's do RJ here.
Chris going Reeves at pick 9. He must be a big Roto Run fan.
He knows what's up, man. Notre Dame, aka Roto Run, has called a couple. I've sniffed a couple of these out in recent memory, Nez. The SGA that caught everybody by surprise on Dog Bowl Day wasn't a surprise to your boy. Who do you like here? Is this a good spot for hero? Do you think Bam gets enough of an uptick to take him there? PG, what do you like?
I mean, I think Paul George.
Okay. I think I take Bam here, and then I leave the Q tags.
I am just like, I'm so over Bam Adebayo. Just incredibly, just like so done with Bam, dude. I don't want to do it. So I don't do it.
There's our guy Reese Boot hanging out. What up, my friend? Joining the draft. Okay. The reason I was going back in time to this LA stuff is they played Wednesday night against Miami. Then they played the Friday night against Brooklyn. And that was the one that was like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, huge home favorites, probably going to sit there. And Brooklyn ruled a whole bunch of guys out kind of early in that one. So Friday, I'm going to try and find Friday's injury report just to see what the listing was for him that day.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, likewise. That's why I think, I mean, it's not pressing necessarily, but if we can go back in time, let's see. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. There's a Respooked pushing up Russell Westbrook to 19 there.
20.
Uzma at 20. People are getting there. Get your guys season out here, Nez. The guys are showing off. The people in the chat are showing off right now. They're proving that they know ball versus us, my friend.
Interesting. Who's that going to leave us with?
I don't know. Wendell Carter Jr. was the faller there. Pirtle went. Jimmy Buckets at 22, pairing Bam and Jimmy together. There is Mike Zakarian. We have the Scoot Henderson decision. Oubre there, but we did the Paul George thing. We could push up Ware or D'Lo. Wouldn't be opposed. What do you like?
Let's do D'Lo.
Woo! He wants to push him all the way up. Let's do it.
Oh man, yeah. This range is pretty ugly.
Yep. That's why I've been doing some D'Lo. Ware goes at 25 there, so
wow.
Some people getting wise to it. J-Cam pushing up Ware and Scoot. We could do the Kelly Oubre alongside Paul George, which is probably fine regardless. Cole Anthony Q-Tag, which I was, smelling a little something there. Ayton, who do you like?
I think I would go Cam Johnson here, but you can go Mikal if you want to.
No, let's do Cam Johnson and Russell together. I'm good with it. Cam Johnson, a little more worried about the minutes than I am D'Lo's minutes, but the fact that he came into this game with no designation, makes me feel okay.
That's where I'm at. He's one of their. They don't have too many scorers on the team, and he definitely sticks out as one of them to me. So he should be getting some pretty healthy volume.
Tuna asking when we're going to do NFL. We're going to do it with Pete Overzet off and on the clock on Friday there. We're not sure on the time slot yet, but returning to that usual Friday there just because we have 2 dog bowls to cover this week, tomorrow and Thursday. So, yeah, we'll be doing that. Yeah, I'm Wald saying that he had a bunch of J-Dub on the SGA rule out. Me too, brother. Me too. I had all the J-Dub in the land.
It gets so annoying how that plays out sometimes, man.
LOL variants, turn the page, right, Nezzy?
It's all you can do, I guess.
That's what the kids have been telling me for years here. They've been telling me that we collected some Skolanskis.
Yeah, you're rich and Skolanskis.
Yeah. Any plans on some Anthony Black? he is my highest owned player right now.
Wow.
There was some good alpha in the chat from Chad earlier, though, that even if he does push up to like 30, here you go. Even if Black gets 35 minutes without Cole, he's a 0.82 fantasy point per minute guy and hasn't broken 40. So there you go. I'm soaking up all that 6th round mean projection, baby.
You come out here peddling this magic or truth tellers BS, saying that you don't think Cole Anthony's going to sit.
No, that's not what I said. I laid out the case. I did not say that he will not sit. I still am on the pendulum side of he's more likely to sit than not. I'm not swindling anybody. I told everyone I like Cole
talking
Anthony.
out two sides of your mouth there, John. You better watch out.
That's why I'm the best in the biz, buddy. I'm never wrong.
Ain't that the truth?
Guys, we got almost 300 of us hanging out. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, that notification bell, all that fun shit. We are out here doing dog bowls the next 2 days, NBA dog bowls. We can go ahead and add that aforementioned Anthony Black. We could do Alex Sarr. We could do Anthony Simons. Anything else you like, Nez?
No, this is really, really gross.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I do think Ricky Council will become an interesting 6th rounder if we get no PG.
Yeah,
I think that one is kind of fun. I think either of the Philadelphia centers, if we get one ruled out and not the other one, but I do caution that we're going to probably not get Philadelphia news till the slate locks because it is a nationally televised game and because they're the fucking Sixers. So that's kind of where my head's at. But yeah, not bad there. Draft number 51 on the day for your boy Nez. Let's rip one more of those and then maybe do a little pick 'em and call it.
Yeah, I like it. Maybe we can get 6th round Khalil Ware this time.
Yeah, maybe not on stream, but he definitely exists. Yeah,
like you said, the stream stuff is putting a damper on that.
Yeah, the 6th is disgusting, man. Yep, couldn't agree. Nez gaslighting John.
Don't gaslight me, Nick. I know what I heard.
Like getting ahead. Dom asks is like getting ahead of the Rui stuff in case AD sits. I think that's fine. I think it's going to be an easy swap. Fine. Yeah. Oh. The only way to counter gaslighting is more gaslighting.
I'm gonna ban you.
Lighting of gas.
Get this toxicity out of the chat.
Oh man, that's fun. Good, clean fun the gentlemen are having.
Good, clean manipulation.
Yeah, gonna be interested to see if Magikarp takes Khalil Ware at 25 in this one because I saw in the Discord this morning he had some kind of bullish Khalil Ware versus the projection conversation going with another good player on the site, Gumby. So yeah.
Yeah, I know we're not gonna have a good time with him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. Dom's in the Dom asks is he goes by Jack on the site. Caught me slipping. Would not have put 2 and 2 together. Interesting to see our guy Lewis Bennett taking a Cat over AD, so playing the sit narrative. Kind of gets me inspired to push up LeBron a little bit here.
Yeah, I would pick LeBron James.
If you knew AD was sitting this evening, LeBron is pick 2 for you?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Who do you think we could put Maxey over? Because I'm excited about Maxey a little bit tonight. I don't know why. Just
pick 5, I think. Like I like Maxey as well, right? But like I can't really do much other than where he is.
Right. Yeah. It's true.
It's tough.
Well, it's because the combos of Maxey are all going to look the same until lock when we get some funky news here, or potentially get some funky news. All right, we got LeBron, Scotty Barnes goes in front of us there. We got the hero decision. We could start about pushing some other guys up. We saw our guy Chris push up Reeves to this spot. Who do you like, Nez?
Jamal Murray. We'll do that instead of RJ this time.
Sounds good to me. I think I have too much Ayton from the early drafts. I was kind of buying into, what we were seeing with the minutes stuff there, but Time Lord is cutting in a decent amount. Even last Dog Bowl slate, when we were talking about going up against Zubac and how he always plays the 30 plus minutes against Zubac and all this sort of stuff. And if we ended up getting Time Lord in, that the projection would we did this all behind the paywall, I believe. We would bump down the projection for Klingon and like stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of a really push-pull, interesting dynamic there. I think maybe the minute ceiling, I got a little out over my skis. Can we just push up Jimmy Butler and take him in Hero's spot now, or should we be still taking Hero here?
Oof, man. You can. This might be the spot where I'm like, okay, maybe I do Tyler Hero here.
Okay. Yeah, Tyler Hero wasn't falling back to this side of the board earlier today, so you do kind of build a little bit of a GM and a little bit of a contrarian lineup here if he does go. Wouldn't completely rule out the possibility of him going this evening, but midday illness tag, especially when two teammates have midday illness. Ooh, is that it? Actually, that was the magic one. It was right groin tightness. Never mind. Conspiracy theory eradicated. Debunked myself instantly by double checking. Denny Avdia, Russell Westbrook, Scoot Henderson here. We got Jamal on this team. Who do you like, dude? I think you like Denny.
I am leaning Denny here.
All right. I'm good with it. Playing that game environment a little bit with Hero and Denny.
Look at the alpha from Chad in the chat here.
Yeah, it was his birthday last night. It was Hero's birthday. Someone else put it in the chat earlier and I missed it. Yeah, Hero's birthday last night and he pulls his groin. Suspicious.
He is he's a married man.
Oh.
Or I don't know if he's married, but he definitely has a girl.
He definitely has a girl.
I mean,
questions if he has
he's got himself a woman. If you know, you know.
Ayton goes there. Scoot Henderson goes there. Magikarp just alluding in the chat that he is watching his robots do work right now. Oh, J-Cam's got all the alpha. Knows the baby mama's name as well.
She is a popular, she's a popular poster over on Instagram.
D'Lo getting pushed up to that 27 spot, as you were alluding to. We could take the Cole Anthony fall here and just play into they're over cautious with their wording here, or we could do your Cam Johnson again.
Let's do Cole Anthony, man. Let's just gather all the late Q tags.
Sure. This is gonna age great or like milk. No in between.
Yeah, no in between whatsoever. Or it could age like milk and then great.
Ooh, with some swappabilities.
Yeah, ever think about that?
I hadn't until that moment. Thank you for bringing it to my accord.
No.
This is good. All these guys rattling off the baby mamas and stuff like this. A would just say he doesn't have this game, man. He doesn't have this alpha. There's some fun picks.
You're locked in, man.
Andre Drummond there, Joe Val there. I would throw my hat in here for Khalil Ware. I think this is the price tag which he should be going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you like it?
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, let's get this guy 30 minutes again. Let's get him 30 minutes again. Let's get him starting tonight. Let's see what happens. Spoelstra, do your best, man. Do the right thing.
Man, if I was Chris, I would have just taken Drummond at the 5'6", but
yes, classic.
We can lead horses to water, John. We can't make them drink.
Yes, well said there, Nez. Classic evergreen reminder. If you're going to take a swap eligible component, a Q tag player, you take them at the round 5 pick instead of the round 6 because you gain a whole 10, 11 picks of swappability there.
It could be all the difference.
Could be all the difference in the world when you're trying to get that last Anthony Black share.
That's right.
Anthony Black share sounds like Black Shear, like the running back for Carolina.
It does. It does. Probably just as good at the game, at their respective game.
If you're not doxing NBA players, then you're not locked in. That's good, man. Chris saying the drum's playing this evening and he's getting 10 stocks. I respect it, man.
You need to open the windows in your house, Chris.
No, don't let the cold air in.
There are too many fumes in your house.
Get the drum and stuff. Actually, one of the rare places on earth right now where you can open your windows. Great work, Chris. Living in the Pacific Northwest here, not even cold. How's that snow? How's that snow in Houston? Oh my goodness, dude.
Well, we don't have snow, but it is colder than shit.
Oh, I know you guys don't have snow, but I saw snow in Houston. I saw snow in New Orleans. Holy smokes, man.
Yeah, the New Orleans snow is wild.
Yeah, that is wild, man. But don't worry, global warming ain't real, Nez. Let's go to the Pick Ems, baby. Let's go take a peek here. Obviously, Unabated doesn't have their projections out yet. Another hour for those, so we can use the market-based projections with Unabated. I'll take a little peek-sees at what's going on with that, Nez. But I saw you build one for us behind closed doors this morning there. Did you end up tweeting that one out?
No, I didn't. I've been too scared to tweet out any pick'ems because I just feel like I'm on such a freaking cold stretch that I just need to get the mojo back first before I start giving out advice to other folks.
Okay. I respect it. Get your mojo back, and then we'll go. I'm taking a look here at the Unabated market-based stuff here. I'll pull it up on screen here, showing an edge on Mikal Bridges' rebounds and assists. Market-based projection has it at 6.6. Underdog has it at 5.5. So might be a nice starting point for us there. They also like the OG stuff. I don't know if this is a little bit of hedge on the P tags that are going down there, but just sounds like a couple nicks getting over there. Lowers on the Clowney stuff, but that's thin. Simons has the Q tag, so probably something we don't want to ape into there. We could try and get ahead on some of the Heat stuff, Nez, and play it like Heroes out. We could try and get ahead on some of the Cole Anthony and play it like, on Anthony Black and play it like Cole Anthony is out. We could do something funky like that. What's tickling your fancy in the Pick'em lobbies right now?
I was liking the Jokic stuff with like either assists or rebounds.
Okay, so you're playing the hits.
Yeah, it's hard not to love Joker, man.
All right, some Joker dimes is on the card here. Why don't we steal that Bridges one from the good people at Unabated?
Which one do they have again? I'm playing along at home.
Rebounds and assists, 5.5 there.
Okay.
So that one seems good. Let's make this a 6Xer and then use the 50% profit boost on it. Paulo assists coming out in the chat. That one feels kind of good spot to get over on. A little more of a handling rule today. What do you think?
Yeah. I like all things Paulo, man.
Okay. Is there one that you prefer? Like, do you prefer PRA? Do you prefer...
What about points and assists?
We can go down to...
Maybe just PRA, to be honest, dude. Like, against
points and assists at 30.5?
Yeah, maybe just PRA. Because, like, he kind of does everything, dude. Against the Raptors, like I think let's just, like, bank on this being, like, a strong Paolo game.
Cool. I like it. And potential for a minutes uptick, especially if they're missing bodies there. Jonathan Isaac, aforementioned, Q-tag as well there with the illness. Yeah, traveling north of the border. This guy knows what's up north of the border. He's a Pacific Northwest kid there from Seattle. You know, he's not He's not scared to travel to the great white north here, Nez.
The Great White North.
I'm going to put that in the chat for everyone. Egger's saying he's going to get the uptick to 35 at some point. Yeah, man. Got to play 35 at some point. So there was the Joker assists, Mikal Bridges points and rebounds and assists, and then the Paulo PRA. Anticipating a little bit more handling from him and a slight minutes increase this evening, especially if they are missing bodies. Love Rui rebounds, getting plus money on the Rui rebounds right now from Johnny Footballs.
Hand in hand with the AD stuff.
Yeah. Josh Hart triple-double at 13x. We always fall victim to the Josh Hart triple-double.
Let's just see who has triple-doubles. Let's just
take a little peek at the triple-doubles, huh?
We're allowed to look. We're allowed to look.
I wonder if they got a D-Lo one. Oh, they're scared, man. They're scared.
Let's look at. Let's go. Let's do one. Can we do a little slidey slide?
Jokic triple-double is less than 1x.
You're just do the assists. Just do the assists.
That's crazy.
Assists is even multiplier, but if you want the triple-double, it's gonna cost you.
Joker at negative money. Oh my god, that's crazy.
He's a freak, dude. He's a freak.
How often do you play?
Yeah, if you do, let's do some math here.
Good company for my boy Josh Hart, only player in the NBA.
Only
player in the NBA.
D'Lo double-double isn't bad.
Yes. Now you're speaking my language.
2-6x.
I think he starts tonight. I think this is finally like point Russell night. No minutes restriction. That maybe that's probably my strongest stance thus far in these drafts, dude. Is that I was taking D'Lo like a lot.
Yeah. I got a lot of D'Lo as well. Mm-hmm. And then with this, trying to think of where to go from here. You got to do something. Got to do something big. Got to go big. Got to go big.
Let's do some math here. That's enough stream for today. Oh, well done, dude.
The math. Trust me. I'm doing the math, so you don't have to.
Westbrook double-double. Hero double-double at 7x. Man, I'm really scared Hero doesn't play.
Yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up.
Slide Denny Avdia rebounds. I don't know that I love that tonight. I mean, he's going against some big bodies that rebound well in a slower paced game than they're accustomed to playing.
I mean, I solved it.
Okay. Nez has solved Pick Ems. Let's hear it.
The Russ and Russ double-double.
All right. Westbrook could break well too if we end up with, that Jamal one changing a little bit too. So Russ and Russ get us to 24x.
Yeah.
You can also use your 50% boost on that. Russ times 2 in every single category this evening.
Every single one.
Every single category. I like it. I'm good with it.
Cool.
Let's do it. Here's a good one in the chat from Chad. Reeves double-double. We can anticipate. Let's do the Reeves one too.
All right.
Reeves and Joe Val pair well together because that's basically saying AD sits.
Okay. I'm into it.
All right. We did get a Reeves double-double home, triple-double home last time. Remember that one?
Oh man, take me back.
The good old days. That's kind of fun. And then what's the Joe Val price tag? Wow, double-double's only one. Oh, come on.
Yeah, but if
Come
no
on.
AD, it's gonna go away from us.
I guess, but like, man, to ask the guy to put up a double double in 22 minutes is just like so bullish. That would make him a pick. If you believe that price tag, you should be taking Joval in the 5th round every fucking time.
I mean, it's not that bullish. It's 1.7x. I think it's like an even. It's like act like it's even multiplier.
Yeah, but for a guy playing 22 minutes, 23 minutes, that's a lot, dude. Like fantasy point per minute wise, that's basically assuming he's like a 1.9 or something.
I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing Joval does is like get boards and get putbacks.
Yeah. The maths ain't mathing there.
I'm not saying it's a smash. I'm just like,
All right. 11x for Reeves and Joval, confidence interval of 1 BBM entry.
that's fun. It's fun.
Mikel revenge game.
We're just here to have
Remember
fun.
me. Remember me game there.
We're on it, Beast Burf. We're on it.
We're on it, big dog. All right, Nez, let's tie a bow on it so we can get to some drafting of our own merit here. Lots of contests up, 10K up first, 10K up top for first in the main here today. Nez and I will be in the lobbies for the remainder of the afternoon there, crushing away. What is your one last final piece of advice for the people on today's NBA slate, Nez?
Sub to Badge Bros for sure.
Easy game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. These Reeves Bulls got me feeling spicy. So I think they might be onto something. So get some Austin Reeves.
All right. I respect it, dude. I mean, it's also a really hard tier to parse through, and he will be the obvious riser, the most obvious riser. That being said, but these Q tags are hard right now because they're both the 2 late games on the slate, right? So you're going to have to get exploitative early in the day to fully capitalize on the PG situation or the AD because they're not going to swap until 10 p.m. Eastern, right? Or
Yeah,
I guess
sucks,
9
huh?
p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern for the Denver game. So
Don't love it.
yeah, I mean, we would be blessed to get news early today. I don't think we will. So that's kind of where I'm at there. But yeah, stay tuned. If you guys aren't familiar with Unabated, the beautiful interface we were using there helps you make pick 'ems. They have projections for these games every single day. They are updated lightning fast. When you're jamming at lock, that sort of thing. Consider signing up there. There's a promo code below. If you just click that link, it'll apply it. But promo code badge 20% off at sign up there. Nez will be back tomorrow. We'll probably do tomorrow, not behind the paywall. It's first day of Dog Bowl this week. There will be 2 iterations of the Dog Bowl. And, I'm hearing rumors, something about the Dog Bowl tomorrow. So keep your ear to the street there, Nez. Might be something a little different tomorrow. Not sure as of yet there with the Dog Bowl. Yeah, what are you thinking, Nez? Anything else?
No, I am scared and excited for the Dog Bowl tomorrow. I have no choice but to give it my all, like I always do.
That was the most inspiring TJ McConnell coming in to check in the third quarter speech of all time.
I have no choice.
I have no choice but to give it my all. Yeah, and aforementioned Dog Bowl dude, General Blue, shout out to you, and Bam True, like damn true. Nez sussed out that. Welcome to the Dog Bowl. We will see you in Slam Diego. Yeah, that's about it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, notification bell. If you're hanging out on the X side, come on over to the YouTube side. We do this every single day, 2 p.m. Eastern time, Monday to Friday. Everybody's favorite time of the show, Nez. The end. Good luck tonight. Peace.